to be here with you today at this university. Thank you so much for listening. And of course, now I'll be more than willing to answer all your questions. I'm sure it's through dialogue and through sharing ideas that we can create more opportunities to know more about one another and to think how we can engage with this common future of ours. Thank you so much for having me, and it's a pleasure to be here in Indonesia.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Luis for the nice material from his presentation. So right now I will give all of participants who have a question to Mr. Luis. Anyone? Okay, I will give the chance to Mr. Surgawi. Please mention your name and your major and your semester. Time's yours. Stand up.
Baik, oke. Thank you for the opportunity to given me. My name is Surgawi Syarif from English Student Department, semester 5. And I have a question to Mr. Luis. And my question is, in your opinion, what kind of the learning framework is easy for students to understand? Finish. Thank you. Okay. One more time. In your opinions, what kinds of the learning framework is easy for students to understand? Okay, thank you, Mr.
Okay, you can answer it.
Thank you for your question. It's a very interesting question. Regarding frameworks, well, it all depends on the objectives and the learning outcomes of the disciplines that we are talking about. For example, if we are thinking about arts and humanities, we have to define what are our learning goals, what are our learning objectives. So this is, of course, defined by the university, by the responsibles, and by the teachers who establish the priorities regarding methodologies. So regarding the presentation I shared with you today, I would like to say that nowadays, the most important thing that you, dear students, have to think about how to connect with knowledge in the classroom with your teachers is to understand that you are vital. You are absolutely vital regarding the teaching and learning interaction. And your teachers, of course, also understand that you have a key role in this process. And when we have student-centered classes, then we are on track with the most contemporary trends that we have nowadays. So regarding frameworks, again, it all depends on the type of methodology that is chosen by the teacher to address curriculum. But I'm sure that we also have to agree that has to be a margin of dialogue with the students to engage the students. And nowadays, for example, we are using a lot of flipped classroom methodology, project-based learning, and I'm sure you all like these methodologies. Why? Because they are student-centered and because the focus is on you. So you are the most important elements in the classroom. And when we come across these new type of methodologies, then we can go ahead and create more teaching and learning opportunities. So again, to summarize, I think we are living in an era that we have to establish new priorities regarding how we can address your expectations as students. And this is one of the most important tasks that we teachers and researchers have, is to know what are your expectations, what you require. And most of all, what does the labor market require? And this is one of the highlights of the presentation today, because we are also in line with what the labor market wants from us. So everything is connected, my friend. Everything is connected since the beginning of the class till the end of the class. And never forget that each and every step regarding your future belongs to the connection with the dedication, with the resilience, with the support of your teacher. And your teacher has a vital role to play regarding your educational process. Thank you for your question.
Okay, give applause for the best answer from Mr. Luis and the good question from Surgawi. And the next we'll have a participant with a question. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. The Honorable Mr. Professor Luis, and the all lecturer and the all student, and the all organized. I would like to give comment about your theme this agenda today, bridging culture through education. According to me, culture is basic of education, not bridge. According to me. Nowadays, our government has applied independent curriculum Merdeka in Indonesia, that contain culture value. It will form the character of student, membentuk karakter. There are 6 elements. It can be found also in Pancasila student profile. Ini akan membentuk profil pelajar Pancasila. Thus, culture is the basic of education. According to me, culture is basic, not bridge. Now as a bridge, and I would like to learn about your response idea. Thank you.
Okay, you can answer, sir.
Thank you so much for your, again, another very interesting question. I would like to begin my answer by saying that one of the things I mentioned is that nowadays we all understand the need to have frameworks that are international and globally recognized. But of course, we have to think about what are the needs of each country and what are the needs of a region, for example. So this means we have local solutions, global solutions, and local solutions. When you mention the curriculum here, of course, it has a set of trends, a set of characteristics that is connected with your country and is connected with the way you address education, the way you address curriculum, the way you address the values, and also the culture. So this happens worldwide. And when I mentioned we need these international trends, I also have to highlight that each and every country has to think about their priorities. So it is very important that each and every country defines its priorities. As you mentioned, your government decided what are those priorities regarding the curriculum. So this is a pathway for you. This is a pathway for the educational system. And this is the way to be. So I shared some examples that we have in Europe. And of course, we in Portugal and different countries also have national policies regarding education. So what we try to do is to connect with the guidelines that are international and the guidelines that are national. And then we create national policies. I think this is the most interesting path that we have regarding education nowadays, to understand diversity, to understand the challenges that are global, but also to have local responses and to have national responses. So in short, to summarize, the best option is to know what's happening in our world, what's happening in other countries, what's happening in other universities, for example, and try to think how I can incorporate the best practices from other universities, from other polytechnics, from other departments, how I can create joint ventures. And if I do this, then curriculum will be a flexible tool. So, of course, I don't know the curriculum you mentioned as thoroughly as you do, sir. But I can say this. One of the most important characteristics that a curriculum has in this 21st century is a possibility to evolve. And curriculum must be able to evolve, must be able to adapt, must be flexible. So if it is flexible, then I'm sure we all agree that even besides we are in different continents, even if we are in different countries, we have the same mindset. So curriculum must be alive. Curriculum must be up to date. Curriculum must evolve. Curriculum must be able to incorporate the characteristics of the environment, must be able to know what are the most important changes we have in our society, in my community. So this is the core values that we have in curriculum in 21st century. But I would like to know more about your curriculum, sir, so we could enhance our discussion. Perhaps you can do this after the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, give applause for the answer from Mr. Luis, and thank you for the best answer. So the next question from, okay, Mr. Buhari, please.
Firstly, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. I'm Buhari. I also the English lecturers in this institute, in this university. Just now when I see your PowerPoint, actually you just try to invite us related with the 4 pillars of educations: learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. But actually, it should also relate it with the 4 pillars of learning. First, learning to have upgrade the students' skills, actually. And then we just try to upgrade the students' knowledge, understanding, and aptitude. But when I compile this, your presentation, actually, you miss one thing, namely the students' understanding. You just try to focus on skills, knowledge, and aptitude. I just want to have your reason actually why you dismiss the understanding in 4 pillars of learning actually. Why we just try to combine also our curriculum. Curriculum actually at least we should understand who do we teach actually, and then why do we teach, and what do we teach. This is how can we enforce our curriculum and adaptable curriculums. I just want to have your reason why in 4 pillars learnings, skill, knowledge, understanding, and aptitude. But you only take 3 of them: skill, knowledge, and aptitude. Anyone says knowledge and understanding is different when we try to elaborate more. But in this case, only take 3 of them. I just want to have your reason. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your question. The reason why I elaborated on these 3 because these are the 3 pillars of the learning framework that I was addressing regarding one of the examples we have in Europe. And in this methodology, in this framework, these are the 3 pillars. So I didn't disregard the 4th because I recognize the need of the 4th. So I just highlighted these 3 because these 3 are the 3 pillars of this framework. So this framework has an interesting approach. And the interesting approach of the learning compass is that knowledge is the basis, of course. but we need to transform the knowledge with the skills. This means the literacies, the tools, the instruments for our students to engage the world. And then the third pillar, values and principles. Why values and principles? Because this learning compass framework is about creating a new professional. And this new professional in Europe is not just a professional, but also a citizen. And the citizen needs values. The citizen needs principles. So this is a reform that was being prepared for some time in Europe that incorporates all this. So knowledge, skills, literacies, values, and principles. Everything is connected. It's an holistic approach. But of course, understanding is there. Because without understanding, we cannot connect with the world. So all this, just like we have here, 4 pillars. If we take one, we'll have a problem with the ceiling. So we need these 4 pillars. So all these 4 pillars are united. But again, I highlighted these 3 because they are the 3 pillars of this framework. I could bring you other frameworks and we would have other options. Perhaps in another occasion, I can bring another model to us to discuss. But thank you so much for your observation. Thank you.
Okay, give applause for the answer from Mr. Luis. And thank you so much for Mr. Buhari. Okay, anyone to give to you a question, sir? And I present to, okay, the student from English Education Department. Times is yours.
Okay, thanks for the chance. My name is Sheikh Junaid Usman. I'm from English Department and I'm 5th semester. Okay, directly, my question is, someone who go to after graduate from foreign countries, that like citizens from some countries who want to serve their own country, but the problem is they are not respected. In his own country, or they are choose another country in another country in it, just because their salary does not match with their job and their skill, or we can say want better result, but hardship employs. This is about education. We are already fighting for an education like in Indonesia, but we come back to our countries, but we are not respecting about our education. How about your opinion about that? Thank you.
Okay, please.
Thank you for your question. I would like to say the following. To become a teacher is more than to have a job, is to have a mission. To become a teacher, to become a professional in education, is to become a pillar in our society. Because again, if we don't have education, if we don't have an educational systems, if we don't have teachers, we cannot create our future. With the due respect regarding all other jobs, all other professions, teachers are vital for our society. We as teachers, we prepare the foundations for our future, as I said before. Yes, teachers should have more recognition. I agree with you. But this is a worldwide challenge. I wouldn't say problem, challenge. Nowadays, our society is more and more technical. Our society values technologically enhanced solutions or solutions that are more focused to resolve problems. Namely, giving answers that we need in the real world. Sometimes our society forgets that teachers create everything. Sometimes our societies forget that without teachers, we wouldn't have the other professions. Without teachers, we wouldn't have society. Because education and culture, and this is one of the topics regarding this conference, education has a vital role regarding culture, regarding language, and education and culture are truly connected. So if we cannot see teachers as an example, if we cannot see teachers as elements that are absolutely vital in our societies, then we have to rethink our priorities, because education must be a priority. But I would like to say another thing, my friend. It's a responsibility of every single teacher to give everything he can or she can for their students and act as a role model, act as an inspirational leader. To be able to inspire their students is one of the most important achievements that a teacher can do. Remember that education can truly change the world. Books can change the world. Ideas and thoughts can change the world. And if all this is possible, is because we have education. And without education, we wouldn't have transformation. We wouldn't have evolution. We wouldn't be creating our future. So we have to stand tall. We have to be proud. We ourselves have to be proud to be teachers. We are truly, absolutely vital for our society, and you, esteemed students, will be the pillars of the future society here in your country. So, first of all, believe in yourself. Believe in your mission. Believe that you can make a difference. Believe that your role is important. And it truly is. Perhaps one of the most important rewards that a teacher has is to see the success of his students. One of the most important things that I like in my profession is when I see a student of mine who is successful, who becomes an important person. Not just because he has a very important job, but because he has values. He has principles. And if that student has values and principles, then this means that teachers are doing their work. This means education stands for difference, quality, and construction of our future. So keep your faith regarding your journey, my friend. Keep your faith regarding the path, regarding your future, because you will be a change maker. You'll be an inspirational leader for your students. This is the power of teaching. And when we think about all this, then, of course, education cannot be ignored. Teachers should be valuable, should be rewarded, but most of all, I think we all lead by example. So be an example, my friend. As a future teacher, be an example. You and all your fellow students, be change makers. Create the foundations for a better country. Help Indonesia to grow. Help Indonesia to develop. This is the task of your university that is doing now, and one day it will be yours. So keep the faith, my friend. Work hard. Be a great professional. Inspire.
Okay, give a applause for so good and the best answer for Mr. Luis. And thank you for the good question for Sheikh Junedi. Okay, I will open for the last participant. Okay, Mr. Yuda, please, time is yours.
Um, Good morning, sir. Um, Thank you so much for this golden opportunity. It's an honor to meet you here in person. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Anugrah Yuda Pratama, and I'm one of the students of English Education Department. And actually, here I have two questions that are related. The first question is regarding to the education access. As we know that Indonesia is the most archipelagos country, which is that there's still several students who live in a rural place. So my question is, what is the good mechanism, or what is the eligible mechanism that we should to use to make the student equal? And as we know that that is one of the goal of United Nations in number 4, that we should be able to have a quality education. So how can we make a good mechanism and also for make a good human resources? That is the first question. And the second question is that about the curriculums. Regarding to the curriculums is that, as we know that our government has made a good curriculum as best as they can, but sometimes the struggle is we still have a gap between the student needs and also the curriculum. So how can we actually adapt to the student needs for make it connected each other? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Two very interesting questions. First question. So the first question is about national educational policies. This is, of course, something that I can only talk about regarding my country or regarding what happens in Europe. And what happens in Portugal, for example, and what happens in several countries in Europe is that each country tries to create different type of mechanisms for that all students can get access to universities, for example. Of course, we have differences in our countries. We have differences in our districts, from one city to the other, from more developed areas, less developed areas. So it's up to the government to create these opportunities. This is what happens, for example, in Portugal. So we have different possibilities to get to university through national exam, to special or vocational access. So we have several paths, and these are all created by the government to help students get to university. Because yes, it's true that quality education, education for all, is our goal. And if we all agree that this is our goal, then national policies have to establish this goal as a priority. So the answer is to create different types of mechanism that can be integrated into educational system. But this, of course, is all about national policies. And again, my friend, I can only speak about what happens in my country and about what happens in European Union. About the second question, what happens regarding curriculum, for example, in my university and universities in Portugal, is that students also collaborate when we think about curriculum. So curriculum is not just defined by the government. curriculum is just not defined by universities. Students also have an opportunity to say what is important for them. This is the way to address the importance of different stakeholders in these procedures. So to elaborate further, how can we create a curriculum that is modern, connected with the real world, connected with the expectations of the students, connected with the needs of the teachers, connected with the national policies? And the answer is, well, we have to listen to all stakeholders, including students. So this is what happens in my country. So we have national policies, one level. We have the policies of the university, second level. Then we have the opportunity inside each university to listen to the students and to the alumni. So former students are also very important for us to know if our curriculum is, for example, up to date. If our curriculum gave our former students the correct tools, the correct knowledge for them to become good professionals. And we pay attention, we listen to our alumni, to our former students, and we invite former students, for example, to our conferences to ask them, what do you think about your program, for example? Was it helpful? What were the core values? What helped you most? What do you think we have to change, for example? So the opinion of our former students is very important. And we also listen to what students have to say. So we have meetings with our students. We dialogue with our students. We hear their opinions and try to understand what we can do to improve not just the curriculum, but also the methodologies. And we also listen to what the labor market wants from us. So we have to think about how to create a new type of curriculum that can incorporate all these insights from the labor market, from the students, from the teachers, from the management staff, and according to, of course, national policies, because we have to comply, right? So we have national policies, and we have the opportunity in several layers of collecting data regarding the future curriculum to create a new curriculum based on this data collection. So the answer is to pay attention, to listen to all stakeholders. If we listen to all stakeholders, including students, then I'm sure we all agree that the curriculum is now flexible, is now establishing a bond with the expectations of the students. So these opinions are very important for us. Thank you for the question.
Okay, thanks for the answer from Mr. Luis, and thanks too for the question from Mr. Yuda. And the next agenda, okay, we have one question more from Mr. Dr. Andi Sadapoto. Time is yours, sir.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, sir. Actually, in my mind, a curriculum is not one determined to make us successful in learning, because in my mind, actually, it is determined by three factors. Okay, students, teachers, and teaching aids. Okay, so whatever, the curriculum is not guaranteed that the students will successful in teaching and learning. Okay, so how do you respond these 3 points, sir? Okay, thank you.
Sir, would you mind elaborating a little bit on the last sentence so that I can follow your thoughts?
Sir, actually in my mind, the successful in learning is determined by three factors in the classroom.
Yes.
The first is a lecturer, the second is student itself, and the third is a teaching aid, like a book, a lesson plan, and others.
Absolutely.
Okay, so however, the curriculum is designed as in is available in my country, for example, as a curriculum Merdeka or the Learner Center curriculum. Everything is focused on the learners. So I think this is not determine the successful of teaching and learning, because we can. I would like to give you example in our country. Actually, this is an archipelago islands. So it is divided in three area. There is a east, middle, and north, south. Okay, actually in south part, we can find out the students in senior high school cannot read in alphabetic, Indonesian alphabetic, I mean. Okay, so in general, we cannot apply our curriculum. Okay, it is back to teacher itself. Okay, so I changed my mind. There are three factors determine the successful in teaching and learning. It is the first is a lecturer. Lecturer has a high capability, mastery their major, for example, and their performance. Okay, the students, for example, must fulfill like motivation, high motivation, intelligence, yep, and the others. But the materials, for example, it must be designed by students' need. For example, teaching aid the others. Okay, so what do you think about this point, sir? Okay, it is the successful of teaching and learning is determined by curriculum or back to ourselves as a lecturer. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Again, a great question. So, first level regarding the answer, curriculum design. And this is connected with the question that was made by our friend over there. And curriculum design was the pillar that we established to build our let us just say great portrait of curriculum in 21st century. So it all begins with curriculum design. This is why I said that stakeholders are important. So to have a good curriculum, first we need curriculum design. How we're going to do this? By listening to the stakeholders. Again, connecting with the answer of that gentleman over there. So this is one level. The second level is the success of the curriculum. That's another level. So we can create a curriculum based on all the information we collect, based on the characteristics, for example, of different regions, based on characteristics of different students. But the curriculum, even when it's flexible, of course, it has a set of items that define the curriculum. So it can be more or less flexible, but it is defined as a set of characteristics. First point. Second point, the success is determined, of course, by the conditions that are associated by the implementation of the curriculum design. Because we can define the curriculum as an ideal curriculum, but then we need to have the conditions to have success regarding this ideal curriculum. And these conditions are variable. And you mentioned, for example, these three areas. For example, in our countries, we also have areas that are very distinct. And of course, we have the same curriculum for all these areas. This means that here, the key factor is the teacher. The key factor is the teacher. So the teacher has to understand that we have the curriculum that is the basis to work with, but we have variables that we cannot control, we as teachers. But we can select methodologies because we know students. So by knowing students, by understanding students, by knowing that, for example, the students from this region are different from the students of another region, then it's up to me to have the ability to transform the curriculum, to mold it, and try to adapt it to get success. So the key element for success is the teacher. So this is why teachers in the 21st century must be able to adapt, must be able to be flexible, must be able to understand, for example, that each country, each region has social characteristics, economic characteristics, has different layers of information that he has to master. So if he understands these characteristics and if he knows that her students in this area are like this, then of course I can choose the better methodologies. This is about methodologies. And about assessment, the same thing. Regarding assessment, I also have to be able to adapt. So first, I know my students. I can try a methodology of assessment. If I succeed, I maintain this methodology. If I do not succeed, I have to change it. So this is why we need teacher training programs. Teacher training programs are vital for the success of all educational systems, because it's not just about the curriculum design. Curriculum design can be great, can be very well fundamented, can be very thorough, but we have conditions that are different. So this is why we need teachers that are well prepared. So the answer, again, good curriculum, yes, but great professionals to work with this great curriculum. Great teachers are the answer. We can elaborate this further after the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the best answers, sir. And that is the material from Mr. Luis for today. Thanks for the good material, the new knowledgement for us. And once again, give applause to Mr. Luis, please. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, and the next, we have one agenda is signing implementation arrangement between postgraduate Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang, Faculty of Teaching and Training Education, and Mr. Luis Miguel Oliveira de Barros Cardoso, PhD from the Polytechnic Institute of Porto Alegre, Portugal. Times is yours. So I invite the head of postgraduate and head of Faculty of Teaching and Training Education to come forward with Mr. Luis. So don't go anywhere. I give to you. take a picture together. Okay, take a picture together with the head of and with Mr. Luis. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, the last agenda for today is closing. Okay, we would like to extend our gratitude to all our sponsors, partners, and volunteers who have contributed to making this event possible. Your support is invaluable in promoting the exchange of ideas and experiences that can lead to a more harmonious and interconnected the world. Lastly, we hope that this forum will inspire you to continue working towards bridging cultures through education long after it concludes. Together, we can create a more inclusive and understanding global community. Let's embark on this exciting journey of learning, sharing, and building bridges together. So that's all of agenda for our conference today. Thanks for all of the lecturers. Thanks for the participants and also the committees. Thank you. And the last, thank you so much for Mr. Luis that have given us the knowledge, your experience, and all of things that you given to us. I'm so sorry for all the mistakes from us, the committee, and thanks for the support and see you on the next time. Billahi fisabilil haq fastabihul khairat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We still have online session after duhur nih. Jam 1 kita masih ada sesi Zoom. Itu sudah free, mau dilihat di mana. Masih ada sesi Zoom untuk 10 negara yang akan sharing bersama kita hingga jam 4.30 nanti insya Allah.
Ya, jadi kepada untuk seluruh partisipan, kami sudah menyiapkan lunch. Nanti kita sudah menyiapkan lunch. So after break, after we pray, so we have to come back to this room to continue our agenda until finish.
Oke, Delasia untuk I invite the student, mungkin foto bersama ya, bagaimana foto bersamanya Pak Dekan? Iya, iya Pak Dekan, iya. Untuk mahasiswa tidak nanti ya, iya. Oke, untuk adik-adik mahasiswa mungkin buat semua ya, langsung foto bersama ya. Hah? Oke. Kita invite dulu, foto bersama dulu ya. Iya. The student wanna take picture together. Iya. Iya. Oke. Nah, iya. Maybe bisa sekarang ya. Oke. Oke, silakan merapat, tadi kita foto bersama dulu. Ayo kita merapat semua dulu. Iya. Sebentar saya mau pergi.
Okay, so we can take a picture together with Mr. Luis, with all of participants. So take a place. Can you move? Can you move this? Yuda, help us. Can you move this?
Oke, silakan ada di semua sini mungkin mau. Oke, per angkatan ya, per kelas ya. Oke, semester 5 7 dulu. Semester 7. Oke, semester 7 dulu, bagus per semester. Tidak memuati. Bagaimana caranya?
Yeah, all of the participants come forward to take a picture together. All of English education and other major.
Oke, in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, the first is from English education.
Semester 7 dulu.
All of
coba
English
merapat.
education,
Semester
please.
7 ini ya.
All of
Foto dulu.
AP, sir, AP. Okay, gabung, all of. Participant, please take a picture together, please. Sini, di depan bisa. You can sit down.
Semua saja ya, langsung saja gabung. Gabung saja.
Semuanya.
Foto dulu, Miwan. Oke ya. Oke, silakan duduk di depan ya supaya dapat semua. Oke, semua gabung semua.
Oke,
silakan.
semuanya, semua all of participant.
Oke. Oke.
Ya, nanti sebelum.
Kak Miswan foto dulu. Ada ya? Oke.
Oke. Thank you, sir.
Hitung ya. Oke. Oke, once again. Oke.
Okay, the head of major.
Dapat. Oke.
Nabil Kiser. Wait a minute. Yes, please. Wait.
Oke.
Okay, once again, free. Okay, mantap.
Oke.
Okay, say it Esa Iswan.
Oke, sama ya.
Okay, say it Esa Iswan.
Video dulu ya.
Okay?
Hitung ya.
Esa Iswan.
Iswan.
Okay, finish? Okay, thank you. Before you go out from this forum, please take your lunch. Jadi sebelum keluar silahkan ambil makan siangnya dulu.
Ya.
Nanti session untuk Zoom meetingnya bisa diikuti di mana saja. Okay, make it faster. Mr. Luis have to. Oh, okay, thank you.
Oke.
Okay, once again. Me too. I want to take a picture with you, sir. Can I? Okay.
Congratulations, great master of ceremony.
Thank you so much. What's your opinion for me? Thank you so much. This style,
Like this?
mantap,
Mantap?
mantap.
Okay.
Okay, mantap. Mantap is okay, perfect.
Okay. So you were perfect.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Keep it, good job. Great organization, very good planning, very good voice, very well organized. So congratulations. Great job.
Okay,
All the best for your future.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And my name is Indah.
Indah?
Yes.
Indah?
In English, it means beautiful. Yes, sir.
Then it's
Yes.
it's okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
I wish you all the best for your life. Okay? Be happy, with health, prosperity, and may all the wishes come true.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All the best to you, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah, okay. Lecture, all of lecture. Yang image dulu. Okay.
Once again,
Okay, once again.
another pose.
Another.
3, 2,
Mantap. Mantap. Oh yeah, postgraduate students here. Where are you guys? Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, the last postgraduate student. Oh, okay. Silakan. Okay, please. This from major administration public. Public administration. Oke, silahkan. Nah. Dari mana? Spending day-nya mereka. Okay, thank you. Anyone? Okay, the last student of postgraduate.
Yeah, postgraduate. Yeah.
And all of lecture, please. Karifki, come here. All of lecture. Oke. Mantap. Oh, one sec.
Oke, Said merapat di depan.
Yes.
Said, semua mahasiswa pasca sarjana bahasa Inggris, silahkan ke depan.
Ini Jiser. Oke. Oke. Kak Said. Di mana? Enggak kepanjangan, Jin. Iya. Dari sana. Tunggu. Wait. Ya. Oke. Oke, mantap. Oh, yes. Oh, oke. Sarang. Oke. Thank you so much. Oke, sir. Oh, yes, all the best. Thank you so much for the. Why? You want to? Okay, really the last. Really the last. Oh, you okay? Itu ya, sebelum keluar silakan ambil. Oke, enough. Enough ya. Oke. Oh. Our leader. Our leader. Kete. Jangan lupa ambil makan ya, baru keluar. Oh, the first semester, oke. Siapa tadi foto? Oke, the last. Hey.
Oke, baik. Diharapkan kepada mahasiswa pasca sarjana segera mendaftar ujian proposal ya. Iya, jadi kami ingin kalian semua sudah ujian di awal bulan depan.
The first semester. Oke.
Oke, sekali lagi tolong siapkan proposalnya.
Sir, pelan-pelan, sir, pelan-pelan. Pelan-pelan, sir.
Tidak bisa pelan-pelan?
Masih lama, sir. Oke, the really last. Oke, the first semester. First semester, oke. Really the last. Oke, siapa yang foto? First semester. Oke.
Jadi yang mahasiswa yang sudah di ACC proposalnya ada 2 ya.
Siapa?
Sudah Pak Agus
sama Ibu Nur.
Dengan Rifki Novriadi. Itu sudah masuk proposalnya. Silakan.
Diam. Ternyata.
Percepat ya, Hairunisa mungkin bisa dipercepat bimbingannya.
Take your lunch before you go from this forum. Apakah? Pendapatnya supaya bisa Iya. Cepat ya, Mas. Your opinion, what about this agenda today? Operator. Oke, operator. Operator and cameraman. Sir, operator with operator. Operator and cameraman. Portrait or landscape? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes, of course, sir. Thank you so much. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. Bye. Thank you, sir. Ya Allah. Tadi tadi Mr. Luis bilang sebelum keluar, ini konferensimu sudah bagus. Tadi dikasih naik sedikit lagi levelnya. Thanks to dia bilang thanks to MC. Kak, makan Ki, makan Ki. Kak Rifki, come here to lunch together. Alam, penari. Sisakan 5 ya. Alam, Alam, bisa gak kasih nyala dulu musik ya? Musik dulu. Kan mute dulu. Masih mau dilanjut itu? Wait, enough. Stop it. Iya. Kami mana? Di sini nih makan.
Buka berak. Buka celananya. Iya buka celana Ata. Coba ke. Di kamar mandi. Di kamar mandi jangan di situ. Kotor. Ada teman kasih kamar mandi, masuk kamar mandi, kasih masuk celananya. Kasih masuk celana Ata di kamar mandi, Pak Kijina. Kasih masuk di kamar mandi, busuk di situ. Kasih masuk karena ada mitainya. Cepat ke masuk di dalam. Aduh, Paki. Udah,